Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're joining me from. Thank y'all so much for stopping by again, the live stream. Happy Father's Day out there to everybody who celebrates Father's Day, to all the fathers. The peso is 55.78, still great. The topic that we have today is what's your definition of a traditional woman? Now, we're going to add on to that the traditional man. We're just kind of continuing our conversation from yesterday. Remember, I think a lot of y'all, maybe because I've got a lot of new viewers and subscribers, I start the conversation. And it's just that a conversation, sharing of ideas, thoughts. It's not a debate, guys, okay? There's no right or wrong. That way we can all benefit. Shout out to the NTZ crew, Jacob Tanjay. I see Michael Beach Alive here. Here's Elette Mikado. What's up, Jeffrey Tatter? All my old heads. Jeffrey Tatter's been here for a long time, man. Michael Alexander, what's up, brother? Roger Walker, Robert Dane. Any new people on here for the first time joining us today? Welcome. And of course, those who are going to be catching this on replay. There's no real updates on the Mayan volcano. I was looking today, really no change since the last live stream that I had. But again, happy Father's Day. Look, guys, don't fall for the okey doke over there. An unhealthy dinner and a peep show if you're lucky. But see, we put up with it over there. That's why they keep doing it. But see, I left. I want to let you know that every day's Father's Day over here for me. My birthday, our anniversary, the 4th of July, Independence Day, Christmas, all rolled into one. And if it ever changes, then I'm going to find someplace else where I can celebrate my life, man. Life goes by too quick to be miserable. So, yeah, don't fall for the okie doke. A lot of y'all, may get a blow job and some booty tonight. You get to pull them dried up nuts out of storage. But Monday is back to the same disrespectful treatment. I wouldn't deal with it if I were you. So a lot of us are tired of it. And they say, well, I want a traditional woman. But what is a traditional woman? And I have to say that my definition is the same as y'all's. I come from the West. A traditional woman is really somebody who knew her role in the family. And one thing I like about the Philippines, there's clearly defined roles over here. It's not like over in America where I was. Where I didn't know if I was going to be the provider one day or the beneficiary the next. Was I going to be the leader or the damn follower? Believe it or not, I never fought my American wife, but I came close to it. I mean, only really to protect myself. And I didn't want that over here. What's up, Freddie Sanders? So let's just take a look. Now, remember, it's a conversation, so I'm going to need y'all's cooperation. Put it over here, man. What is your definition of a traditional woman? Because it's high on everybody's mind. Everybody wants a traditional woman. That's why they come over here. My buddy Philip Cooper, he said something that was profound. He said, well, I wasn't really looking for a traditional woman, but I was looking for a Filipino that had some traditional ways. He said he's a sinner. There's nothing tradition. He doesn't follow traditions, And I think that's what I was saying yesterday, Phil. It's like, well, what good would it do me to have a traditional woman if I wasn't a traditional man? I mean, could I even appreciate a traditional woman if I'm non-traditional? Tyline Allen said, yeah, Tyon Allen said, sup, Calvin, ain't no traditional anything. Well, I think you're right with me. Of course, Merlin said she wasn't a traditional woman, but it didn't matter. They were pushing back. Oh, well, she's not a traditional woman because she's living with a married man. Guys, okay. Yeah, I'm technically married. Okay. I mean, y'all can beat me over the head with that, but I think anybody's been following me knows that over 4 years, I haven't been with my wife. She's over there living her best life with her new partner, and I'm over here living my best life with my new partner. 4 years, over 4 years. Okay. So, go ahead, guys, if y'all want to use that against me. I mean, I think it's petty. A lot of y'all, man, are so unhappy, you're so miserable over there. It's time to make some changes, man. Life goes by too quick to be that way. I'm not going to deal with it. Hey, that man travels. You say, hello, Calvin, and happy Father's Day. You're over here, right? If you're still in Cebu, man, come on over to Sikiwa Island and check me out. Also, I wanted to tell you guys that I've already uploaded the setup part 2. Now, I've got one more part 3, the final episode. It's going to wrap it all up. So part 2 is going to be the bridge between part 1 and part 3. Give me some support, man. The link is in the description. Just click on there, man. If you like to read, if you purchase part 1, you got to go to part 2, and then I'm going to come with part 3. That's going to wrap it up. Then I'm going to start releasing the other stories that I've written. But this is a great story. It's intriguing. It's interesting. What's up, Kamal? Mr. Most Scientific. What's up, Freddie? He says, happy Father's Day, brother. Thanks for that super chat. T. McDermott said, this is Tom from Tagaytay. Well, I remember Tagaytay. Very little of it. But I do remember that tall volcano. I was so sleepy, man. That's what made me do that blog about the 1,000-pound gorilla. When you come over here to the Philippines from the West and that jet lag hits you, man, you better surrender, man. The adrenaline is going to keep you up. What's up, Vincent? Say happy Father's Day, brother. But sooner or later, you have to lay it down. It's going to ruin your whole vacation. It almost ruined my vacation. Because I was only here at that time. I was only coming for 2 weeks, 3 at the most. I wasn't staying long. Albert Wood said, what's up, Cal? Just want to say hello, brother. Checking you out. Keep up the good work. Strengthen and honor. Well, thank you, Albert. Right now, we're undergoing a brownout. And I'm using my data. So right now, so far, so good. And let me know if I'm coming in loud and clear. Matthew James, well, he says, traditional would mean she allows her man to lead the relationship and the family. She can work, but it's nice if she were home to look after the kids and she isn't outraged at doing housework. But what if they don't have children? It was a pretty straightforward definition yesterday of the traditional man. I mean, this guy's a beast. I don't think he exists over in America. They won't let him exist anymore. He said he places himself above women. He says her place is only in the kitchen. She's got little or no say-so about the house. The buck stops with him. Now, who out there is living that type of relationship? Who even really wants that anymore? I don't want a pushover, man. I don't want that type of relationship. I want a woman to give her input because I don't know everything. Jeffrey Taylor said, yeah, I was dried up nuts out of storage. Yeah, that's if they lucky, Jeffrey. But see, the more you put up, the more with it, the more they're going to dish it out. I simply left. People say, well, there's nothing I can do. Yeah, you can leave. I'm not going to fall for the okie doke anymore. They give you that unhealthy dinner, all that old bread and mashed potatoes and all that other stupid stuff, really trying to kill you. Then a damn peep show at the end of the night. I'll pass. We deserve better than that. True fathers should be celebrated every day. But that's what we're putting up with. But traditional women is trending, man. It's all over the place. And I'm saying, okay, If we're unable to be traditional men over there, then what are we? I think Kevin Samuels called it high value men. And then I don't know what Andrew Tate's what his definition is. I mean, whatever it is he's supposed to be doing with his situation. I guess if you got that kind of money like that, you can get those type of women around you who are just going to do whatever you say and, you know, fall all over you and all of that. I don't want a bunch of yes men and yes women around me. You know, if I'm doing something wrong, I want somebody to tell me, man. I don't want all that around me, man. What's up, Joe T? Hey, Sammy Davis, up there in English City. What's up, Matthew James? Thanks for that super sticker. I really appreciate it. Yeah, but I don't want that type of treatment. I really want to know if I'm getting ready to drive off the cliff, damn it, stop me. Say, hey, you getting ready to drive off the cliff. Don't say you enjoy my driving. Action Jackson says, a traditional man is a provider and protector, etc. A humble man, not arrogant. Yeah, but as he say, the buck stops with me. I make all the decisions. You need to sit down and shut up and, you know, cook the meals every day. And if we got children, you take care of the children, and that's it. We don't need your input. See, women aren't going to deal with that over in America anymore. That's why I'm saying she's certainly not a traditional woman, and she's not going to allow you to be a traditional man. Now, somebody got on in the comments and said, yeah, they're traditional men, but they're mostly in the church. There's nothing but women in church. The last time I went, it was full of old women, and the men were too old to even give a damn. So those weren't traditional men, and those were old men. There's very few young men that's going to church. King Arthur says, some guys need to get back to reality. This is not the caveman era. Yeah, they've taken that traditional stuff and they're riding with it. They're thinking that they're going to meet a woman that's going to deal with that. Well, see, when you come over here, they may deal with that, but is it to an end? They say, okay, yeah, we're going to do that. We'll be the traditional wife until you sign that visa, until you build me that house and lie. Okay, then all hell's going to break loose. I'm going to be the woman that I'm supposed to be. Pure Blood said, Tate and Samuel speak a lot of truth, but they also sell the lie of chasing material wealth and status. Yeah, see, you hit this on the nose. This is what I was going to say. These guys don't seem, other than the advice they give us, they don't seem to be following it. And Kevin Samuels, rest in peace. And they don't seem any smarter than anybody else because, hell, all they're doing with their money is buying Bugattis. And I was watching a short the other day with Andrew Tate. He bought a $400,000 watch. You know, I'm like, well, what? I can't relate to that, man. You know, I mean, I'm older than you. I'm old enough to be his father. I don't follow anything he says. I see why people, I see why he's so popular, though. It's all about the image over there in the West. And he sure is got a great image. But can I really take what he's saying and put it into practice? No, not me. I'm earning about $30,000 a year. There's no woman that's going to put up with that, man. Over there. So, but we want to talk about what is a traditional man? What is a traditional woman? Is it even possible to have that today? What are we really getting? And what are we truly? I'm just a good man. I'm not perfect. I'm like my buddy Phil Cooper. I'm a sinner, you know. But I'm not going to mistreat anybody. I do want some clearly defined roles. I mean, I don't mind when a woman folds my clothes and cooks if she wants to do that. She doesn't have to do it because I can do all that myself. But it does give me a break. Chocolate Man, he said, good morning to you, Cal. Wish you a prosperous day, Dad's Day. with an abundance mindset always. Keep the good content coming. Thank you. Hey, say I appreciate your honesty. Yeah, thank you, brother. That man travels said, Calvin, I'm not looking for a traditional woman, just a good woman and with her parents' approval. Yeah, I mean, this is reality, guys. This is what you're probably going to find over here. But I don't know what we're getting online on these dating sites, because the women that we meet on the dating sites are certainly different than the women that are not on the dating site. That's about as clear as I can make it. There's a big difference. Robert Dame says a traditional woman in the Amazon, you're going to find yourself reversing roles, sweeping the floor, and cleaning pots. Hey, Joe T says, I'm planning to be in Bacala later this year, Cal. Let's do lunch. Okay. Now, the meet and greet is Thursday, a week from Thursday, June 29th, in Iloilo City. Come out, guys. If you're in the Philippines, I mean, if you're in Cebu, it's only a 24-minute flight to Iloilo. It was put together by Stephen and Bea of Philippines Full Effect. I'm co-sponsoring with them. It's in the Bourbon Street Bar and Grill. This food is fantastic. A guy who stayed in my guest house, he's there now. And he posted some stuff on his Facebook, and I was like, wow, man, this is where we're going to have the meet and greet. Man, you should see the fish and chips. I think he had fish and onion rings. He said, man, I was really shocked. He said, I thought I was going to get more bread than fish. And he showed these big pieces of fish, man, the sumptuous meat. It's really a nice place. But 3 p.m. until it's on the festive walk. Come on out. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm probably going to just ride the bus from Dumaguete all the way to Bacala. I'm not going to go home because that would be the long way, and then catch the ferry over to Iloilo. It's about a 45-minute ferry. Do not, I ride the, if you're going to go over there, there's several ways to go. I always ride Ocean Jet. You can ride that Weesum Express at your own risk, guys. It's scary. Mr. Most Scientific said, crazy thunderstorm here in Kissimmee. Glad my daughter's AAU volleyball tournament is over. Yeah, it's been raining here pretty hard, too. He said, Adam Davis said, you went to the wrong church, in my opinion. No, well, I'm telling you, man, if you're serious and you going, I'm not talking about these mega churches that preaching prosperity and all your G churches. They're full of women and old men. Craig Anthony said, my former pastor was sleeping with women, with the women. And so was my father. You know, there's a certain type of woman in the church who loves preachers. Preachers are celebrities, really. And, you know, my father had his share of women. At one time, my father was dating a woman and her daughter, and they knew it same time. The daughter was just, you know, taking my father's money, but the mother was really in love with him, but simply because he was a preacher. And I'm not down in the church. I'm just saying that that's all that's in the church nowadays, okay? There's not traditional men in there. They're old men. Herman Edwards said the biggest 304s are in church. Yeah, you know, and then when you go to these mega churches, the dope man's on the front row. You know, and I'm like, I'm not judging people. I'm just saying, man, it gives you like a twisted picture, man. It's like, you know, well, I guess the worst people are supposed to be in church. But what difference does it make? What kind of message is coming out of there when the world's not getting any better? The neighborhood surely isn't getting any better. You've been preaching the same message for years, decades, centuries, really. And it seems like it's getting worse. It's like, seems like the message should make you better. But that's not what we're talking about today, guys. We're talking about traditional men and traditional women. A traditional man, here's what they say he is. It said in society today, he comes with controversy because he places himself above women and the other genders associated with women. And whether he's the breadwinner or the beneficiary, he believes his wife must submit to him. The woman's place is in the kitchen, and she has little or no say so in the family. The buck stops with him. Is this true, guys? Is that what's going on in America, in the West over there? I say no, it's not happening over there. And I think y'all know that. Sam Chavez said, Cal, good morning. I think I have a traditional Filipino wife. She gives me control over everything. She works, does all the housework, takes care of me, never complains, let me make all family decisions. Now, let's be honest. Sam, how'd you meet your wife? And then, was there any hanky-panky going on before the wedding? So it sounds to me like you're one in a million. And if, it's like Phil Cooper said, he says, there's a lot of women over here that still are holding on some of the traditional values, the traditional ways, but they're not traditional women. But I'm not doubting what you're saying, brother. You would know, your wife a whole lot better than me. More than likely he has a good woman, a great woman. But I doubt if it's traditional. I'm pretty sure he touched her before he signed on that dotted line. Certainly before he brought her over there on that visa, because Sam Champion's an intelligent man. You're not going to go through all of that, guys. That's what a traditional woman is. She says, you're not touching me till we get married. You're going to make a decent woman out of me. Because if it doesn't work out, guess what? My whole reputation's ruined. I may not even be accepted by my family again. See, this traditional stuff is deep, man. It's a lot deeper than what we're letting on to. Adam Davis said traditional woman takes care of inside the home, man takes care of everything else. Well, you can do that's a good definition, but you can have a woman that does that. My wife did that in America. She wasn't traditional. See me in my 50s said, what's up, Cal? Happy Father's Day. A traditional woman is a woman that values her body and can understand Proverbs 31. What is Proverbs 31? Come on, man. Don't come on over here if you're not able to tell us what Proverbs 31 is, because you see on Facebook where they spitting these verses, but they don't know how to decipher them. If you can't translate it, man, be quiet, because I don't understand that Shakespearean stuff that was converted. If you don't believe that every word doesn't convert or translate into English, go on Facebook and follow your Filipinas post. Okay, you're going to see it. Follow her page, and you're going to see a whole lot of writing in Filipino. Then you hit that translate button, and it's crazy. It doesn't make any sense to you because every word over here doesn't translate into English, and it's not supposed to. It's the same way with all those writings from way back then. T. McDermott says, I have a wonderful and traditional Filipina, sweet, honest, and devoted to me as I am her. Well, like I said, not me. Merlin said, if you touched her before you got married, or if you're not married and you're living together now, that's not a traditional woman. That may be your definition of a traditional woman. Bill Lance to the Highlands. He said most foreigners are searching for good women with willingness to assume traditional roles in the relationship. So what is our role? Okay, we done talked a lot about the traditional woman. What about the traditional man? Is that all you're supposed to do really, is pay the bills? Is that it? Because a lot of you guys says, oh, I'm the protector. Man, listen, I've met you guys. You're not protecting shit over here. You'll get your ass kicked, because you're not in shape. You're too old to fight anybody. You can't own a gun. So what do you mean? What is our job? What is your job then? If you're just to pay the bills? That all you're doing over here? Because I'm the protector. You're not protecting nothing over here, man. Come on, be honest. You're not doing it. You can't protect anything. You can't protect yourself. Hey, Reaching Freedom, thanks for that super sticker. So is that all we come over here to do? Oh yeah, I'm gonna bring my pension over here, and that's all I'm gonna do. She's going to do everything else. He says, yeah, my grandmother always says no shacking. Yeah, they shacking up. Yeah, traditional woman is a virgin on her wedding day. Well, that's gonna knock out a lot of people. And if you're looking for the traditional woman, then you're a hypocrite if you're not a traditional man. Mo says, we say we want a traditional woman, but we want to touch her before we commit. That's a double standard. Yes, that's a hypocrite I'm talking about. We're trying to have our cake and eat it too, Mo. I would take a good woman. I would take a woman that I can trust. Somebody that I don't have a problem going to sleep next to. This is a big deal for me. Trust is a big deal to me. You know, I think we all have a past. I think men were running from women who we think has a past. Well, you got a past too. A lot of guys that come over here that I meet anyway, man, we've got a past. Let's see. He says, Mumble Mac down. Says you know civilization is doomed when these basic concepts have to be debated. The countries that value that are very few, which is why they are under constant attack. Yeah, whose tradition? Yeah, see, this is what I'm saying. Whose tradition? Because our definition is certainly not the same definition as theirs. We think if a woman cooks you dinner, folds your clothes, never says no, that's a traditional woman. So we come over here and we say, oh yeah, I got me a traditional woman. But when you come over here and you say, well, what is a traditional woman? They get deep with it. They say a traditional woman, you got to meet my parents. You know, you can't touch me before we get married. They have to approve. You have to go through all this, what do you call it, engagement ceremony. In some cases, you got to do a dowry. You have to pay. And see, that's tradition. You can't just meet the woman online. First of all, she's not going to be on a dating site. That's not the traditional way. Meet you at the airport, then you go to the hotel, then you go to meet the family. Come on, guys, that's not tradition. Action Jackson says Proverb 31 is a capable woman, a woman of virtue, and a hardworking woman who takes care of her family, etc. Well, see, what's the etc. is what we want to know. Are you with a woman, Action Jackson, who agrees that you are above her? That her place is in the kitchen. That she has little or no say so about about the family. I don't know if I would want a woman like that. I don't want to push over. What's up, Louise Martinez? You still out in California? I know you was taking care of your friend, man. It's a noble thing. I met Louise, man. He's a great guy. He was over in the Philippines. Was your woman that you met, Louise, was she a traditional woman over here? And I'm not picking on anybody. I'm just saying we need to redefine that definition so you won't be disappointed when you go back home. Fresh Aloha says, hey, brother Cal, let's be honest. The last traditional woman died in the 30s. Today's world, everyone listens to the radio station. What's in it for me? Yeah. And that's being honest. See, that's all I want to do. We're having a conversation. It's not about you being smarter than me. It's about sharing our information, sharing our thoughts and ideas so everybody can benefit. I just threw out the question, what is the definition of a traditional woman or a traditional man? Because traditional woman is all over the place. It's trending. That's all everybody talks about. I would love for somebody, some psychologists, to come over here and do a study on these relationships and see, you know, is there a benefit to it? Is there a benefit to a 60-year-old man married to a 20-year-old woman or something like that? And who benefits? But everybody knows it. Especially, I can only speak for America. It's very few traditional men still alive over there. They're certainly not in action. Women aren't going to tolerate that, man. A woman will shoot you if you try to pull that on her, man. The closest thing to a traditional man in America is a pimp. That's what this definition sounds like. He says, the king of my castle, lady, go back in there and fry the damn turkey legs. You know, you ain't got no say so over here. This is what we having for dinner. This is who's coming over here for Christmas. You don't have anything to say about that, you know. King Arthur said, the way things are now in this country, you better make sure it's a woman. Yeah, well, even if you dick beat, because a lot of the people watching my channel, they love dick. They don't want a woman. And that's okay. I don't knock people for that. But whoever you with, they're not putting up with that. Spaces and places out there say, let's keep it real. Most people in the West, as in 95, don't even know nothing about traditional men or women, much less have the balls or boobs to be one. It takes a lot of balls, man, to be a traditional man today. He would be so controversial in that Me Too movement over there that they would destroy him. They've eliminated him. And if you are, you're doing it in secret. You better not let that see the light of day, that you treating your woman like that, because people meddle in your business. They'll call that abuse. AC King says, traditional is not a one-size-fits-all word for all people. My tradition isn't the same as a guy that grew up rich and privileged. Yeah, that's facts. That's what I'm saying. Hey, Mark Mack, he says, he came over here to visit us. He said, just checking in, Sunshine Shoulders family. Traditional is a helpmate, team player. We work together to accomplish the mission. That's the way I look at it. But, you know, everybody's agreeing with King Arthur. It's true, though, especially when you start coming over here. See, in America, you really can tell. Them big Brutus type of transgenders over there, they're not fooling anybody. You come to Thailand and places like that, you really have to be careful. But yeah, you go and you basically meeting Brutus with some damn extensions in his head. You know that's a man, and you're just trying to be fooled. That's all you trying to be. And you can tell those guys. He said, Rabbit Farmer says, in the Bible days, traditional woman means just one of the harem. Yeah, we cherry picked that Bible. No, he said a traditional man is not a pimp. I'm not saying that. Don't put words in my mouth. I said, if you read this definition, the closest thing to a traditional man over there is a pimp. Because there is no traditional man. There is no man over there operating like that unless he's running the crack house. Then he may be doing all of that. But if he's not running the crack house, Action Jackson, there's nobody over there doing that. There's no one who would want a woman that's going to put up with that. You think you would want a woman like that. Man, she be plotting your demise while you sleep. That'd be like the burning bed. You remember that movie, The Burning Bed? Ain't no woman gonna let you treat her like that over there, man. Laura says, find a heart that will love you at your worst and arms that will hold you at your weakest. That is what I try to give and what I would like to receive. Yeah. But remember, Laura, when I was talking the other day, we're expecting people, because see, now we're talking men and women. We're expecting people to do for us what they can't even do for themselves. They don't even love themselves, but we want them to love us and all of that. See, you better love yourself. That's where you better, you know, be, you better have it all together. You know, you better be 100% right. You got to love yourself. Because I don't know, I was thinking today, I'm walking up and down the beach. I'm like, really the only unconditional love that I would say people have is what? Their themselves, obviously, but their parents, their siblings, and their children and grandchildren. Outside of that, man, it's a guess, man. You're guessing, you're hoping, you're wishing. You don't even know if your wife really loves you or not. But unconditional love, man, no matter what my parents did to me, I loved them. I never stopped loving them. Same with my brothers and sisters, same with my children. Not with these chicken head women out here, man. There's some of you old backstabbing men out there. You get one strike. That's it. There's no 3 strikes anymore. You get one damn strike with me. I'm in the 4th quarter of my life. I ain't got time to be looking over my shoulder. I'm not sure about anybody's love out there. I don't need you to love me because I love myself. Mike Dawsonville says the word traditional woman and traditional man died 100 years ago. I agree with you, brother, but it's popped back up. It's everywhere now, especially on this YouTube and surrounding the Philippines. Everybody comes over here to all this. For the reason I'm coming over here, I want a traditional woman. So they said they're over there in the Philippines, right? Well, we hope. Yeah. Greg Anthony says we pick and choose from the Bible and reword it to fit our beliefs. That's exactly what we do. Why would you have so many translations? And then remember, those words aren't translating over to English. Somebody says, okay, well, this is what I'm going to make this say because it fits that narrative. Because here's Father's Day. You know what they're going to preach? I can guarantee you. Okay, it's Father's Day already in the Philippines. Not Father's Day yet, but when you go to church tomorrow on Father's Day, they're going to preach, what's that sermon, the prodigal son? They're going to preach that. They preach that every year. They bring that out either on Easter or Father's Day, either one. And they'll twist it around depending on who's preaching it. Okay, hard man alive says, when I say jump, she says I'll high. When I say run, she says I'll fly. That's traditional enough for me. Yeah, well, we say that on YouTube. We say that on social media, but behind closed doors, ain't no woman doing all that, man. And if she is, I don't want her. I want to know if it's a booger hanging out of my nose. Don't be afraid to tell me there's a booger hanging out of your nose. Well, you telling you got all that control over the woman, she's afraid to move. She's afraid of her own damn shadow. Jerry Williams says, instead of worrying about labels, focus on the content of her character and the attributes you're looking for. Who cares what it's called? Well, we care. Evidently, Jerry. Evidently, we care. You got to know what you want, like you said, before you can get it. If it didn't matter, because they say, oh, what does it matter what color Jesus is? Well, if it didn't matter, then why did you paint him white then? It's the same thing with you saying, why it doesn't matter what you call it. It's the same argument. Then why are we talking about it then? Why is that high in everybody's mind today then, Mr. Williams? They said, why is it so important what color Jesus is? Well, if it didn't matter, why'd you paint him white? Or why is he white then? We know why he's white. And we know that's why the traditional woman is so highly sought after. We want a doormat, most of us. We want a doormat. We want somebody we can run over who's going to do everything we say him to do. That's a weak ass man to me. I don't care on a woman like that, man. I got 4 daughters. I didn't raise them like that. I raised my daughters to be independent. Don't depend on no man. Depend on yourself. Love yourself. You don't know if that man loves you anyway. When you start dealing with relationships, you're not sure because it's conditional. It's a conditional arrangement. As long as you continue to do this and act this way and bring this to the table, I'm going to be there. I'm going to love you, they're saying. But if you don't, then I got news for you. Luis Martinez says, I completely agree. Many of us are broken and get into a relationship hoping for happiness, then become dependent on them. This is what I see over here. We come over here and we expect people to do for us what they can't even do for themselves. We're looking for a miracle. We're not looking for a wife. We're not looking for a relationship. We're looking for a damn miracle. Don't forget to click the like button, guys. What's up, 2019? If you want somebody to love you, love your damn self. That's who you're going to love. That's the only time you're going to know that you are loved. Can't expect nobody to love you, man. This is a crazy mixed up world. People don't even love themselves. Look at the way they treat themselves. Jay Money says the Bible say honor the mother and father. That's a commandment. Well, you know, they can take that Bible and they can twist it all around. The same slave master that was treating slaves like damn animals was praying to that same God that he made them pray to. That same Bible, he used it to justify his rulership over the slaves. Chattel slavery is what they called it. This wasn't just slavery. This wasn't just forced labor. Okay? Look up chattel slavery. That's the reason they chained us in the backyard and out in the field. It was like we were cows and stuff like that. So don't bring that stuff to me about the Bible. Where's Jesus when all that was going on? Herman Williams says, I just want a good woman. And and my father was a preacher, he couldn't answer that stuff to me. And I'm not beating up on religion. I'm just saying we're not talking about religion today. Y'all keep bringing that up. You only bring up religion when it's convenient. You're not thinking about religion when you get off that plane and woman's meeting you at the airport. Well, you got a damn Bible laying beside you while you getting nasty and doing all the other stuff we do behind closed doors. Now you want to bring a Bible because it's out in the open. Come on, man. That's being a hypocrite. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. I hope we would all be doing it, J Money. Life doesn't mean a lot to a lot of people. We're slaughtering each other around the world. Barry Stevens says a traditional woman, she wants to be home and raise her children. Her deepest connection is with her husband, not with her friends. She wants her family to be in church on Sunday. Okay, but does she want any say-so in the family, Barry? Does she want any say-so? Does she want any power to make decisions in the house? Because the traditional man says, your place is in the kitchen. Cook and shut up. That's all you're going to do. And then when I get ready for you at night, then you come calling in my bed. There's no woman that's going to put up with that, man, unless she's a crackhead. One of them opioid women that, they only do that on conditions. Rabbit Farmer says, a man thinks he is in charge is because his wife says so. For every strong man, there's a woman behind him. Real power sits behind the throne. You men do not kid yourself. She's gonna like what I tell her to do. You better hope she does. you know. Action Jackson, Cal, I'm looking forward to get on your live one day. Well, come on, send me one of my moderators put up my email address. Hell, you can come on Tuesday. But remember, we're having a conversation, guys. We're not debating. Nobody wins in a debate. We're trying to share ideas, thoughts, so that we all benefit. Hey, Kiani said, good day, Brother Cal. I know as a happy wife, happy life. Keep her happy and you will be happy. Well, we got to stop placing people on a pedestal. I've got to be happy, Ken. I'm sorry. Before anybody else is happy, before I can make anybody else happy, I've got to be happy. And I would want a woman that thinks that same way. See, I don't want a woman and I'm her who makes me her life. I want a woman who has her own life, who has her own hobbies, her own friends, her own love of herself. She doesn't depend on me to love her. Because some days I'm not inspired, man. Some days I may get up, man, and I'm the worst person in the world. You know, you don't want to depend on me to love you. Hey, Dre's going global. Thanks for that super chat. He said, I think the word traditional in men and women in relationships becoming extinct like dinosaurs. I thought so too, but it's all over the place now. This is a good time to talk about it. It is Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. But I warn you, don't fall for the okie doke, that old unhealthy dinner and a peep show that they give us every damn year. You might get lucky and get some action tonight, but then Monday morning is back to that same disrespectful behavior and attitude. Go somewhere where Father's Day is every day, where you're celebrated every day. It's your birthday every day, anniversary, 4th of July, Independence Day, Christmas, New Year's. You even I done ran out of holidays. I got to make up holiday. But that's what it's like over here, guys, for me. And if it wasn't, I'd find somewhere because we're in the fourth quarter. I don't have time to be miserable. I don't have time to be around miserable people. There you go, Action Jackson. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. I'm not doing that either. Jay Mike said, Cal, you keep it real. You talk about what you know. I admire that about you. Thank you, brother. I'm just telling you my experience. We're conversating. My vlogs are a conversation. My live streams are a conversation. I welcome y'all's input, but don't get in my comments debating me. You know, everybody's different. We have different wants, different needs. I'm just telling you what I'm seeing. I'm not seeing a lot of traditional men over here. What I'm seeing over here is basically men playing the financial advisor over here. That's basically what we're doing. We're filling that financial void. That's basically it. We expect her to do everything else. We're not protecting anybody over here. Okay? You're not making a whole lot of decisions because you don't even know your way around this place. You're not making any decisions. You're depending on the young lady to make a lot of decisions for you. And then when you want somebody, you saying, "Oh yeah, I'm a traditional man, and she does everything I tell her to do, and you know she better. If I say run, she says I'll fly." And then you got this same woman cooking your food. You're not gonna last long, buddy. I hate to tell you that. Johnny Charles and Joy says, I think too many Western men bickering in the Philippines is turning that place to USA. Eventually, there will be no place to run. And it's not going to happen. Filipino people aren't going to allow that to happen. It's so few of us over here, man. Y'all don't understand that. This is the fact. We bring everybody together on these YouTube channels and live streams, but man, once you get over here, it's crickets. Come over here on Sikiho Island and see how many American men you see bickering during trials and joy. See, you're getting a false sense of what's really happening over here. I'm trying to give you the nitty gritty, the real deal, the real. I'm a real life channel, but y'all want to push back at me. That's not happening over here. The guys who are bickering, they're overseas. They're not even over here. Everett Carrillo says a woman who brings me peace is traditional enough for me. Yeah, I don't want to be around miserable people, man. He says, I moved to the Philippines for my commitment to my Filipino. My experience is real. Now, is this the Tom McDermott? Is this the one you're married? She's married. Are you the guy? I can't remember. If the woman that you've fallen so head over heels in love with is married. I can't remember. There's nothing wrong with that. Everybody makes mistakes. But I think that's the first thing you need to do. It's like me. When I do go home, I'm going to clear up this technicality because that's all it is now. If you say that I'm married, man, you're really stretching the truth. Yeah, on paper I am. Hey, Divine Florence, he said, not sure what a traditional wife is, but my Filipino wife treats me like she values me. And that's great. See, that's really all we want. We want a good woman. But many of us think we're coming over here and getting a traditional woman. I didn't say it. It's all over the internet. Everybody wants a traditional woman. And they don't even know. If I ask everybody on here their definition of traditional woman, because I'm already seeing it over here, you're going to get a different answer from everybody. So you may be with a traditional woman in your definition. Hey, Bill Smith, thanks for that super chat. He says, Calvin, you need a break from the simps. Do you have any experience with multi-cabs? I'm debating on one for a run-around vehicle in Bukitnon. I know that they're all over the place. Remember, I don't drive, Bill. And from what I see, they're very dependable. Now, I was told it's hard to get parts for them. Because remember, they're not brand new. They're imported from Japan. But from what I hear, because I was going to get Maryland one, but we turned against it. Shelby Smith, hey, how's your wife Wendy? Says, hey, Calvin, happy Father's Day from Wendy and I. Wendy treats me like Father's Day every day. Yeah, that's what you want. Oh, no, T. McDermott. That's not what I'm saying. I know there's a guy who messaged me on Facebook all the time. He says, hey, Cal, he said he wants me to stop saying that when you're with your Filipino for first 2 years, you're still on your honeymoon. Are you the one? He wants me to stop that. He said, because I'm different. We're really in love. She's really true to me. Then he turns around and says, but she's still married. She needs an annulment. And I'm like, well, you're on your honeymoon then. Luis Martinez says, besides Calvin's friends, the only time I saw any other foreigners was at the mall and maybe 3 times the whole time I was in the Philippines. That's the reality. This place is so spread out. There's 110 million people here. You know how many people at the height of the tourism over here, there was 1 million Americans that came here. 1 million. Now that's not at one time. That's for the whole year. So you figure that's what? 75,000 a month. And you sprinkle that in 1 million. Yeah, if you go to these social clubs in Cebu and Manila and English City, you at the VFW. Yeah, you're probably going to run into some knuckleheads and getting drinking and, bickering. But on here on Sikiho Island in San Carlos City, where other places I go, there's very few Americans, man. We're not bickering over here. Rabbit Farmer says, just do not run out of money and you always find a good woman there. Well, that's anywhere. This is what I'm saying about the conditional relationships we are involved in around the world, not just in the Philippines, not just in America. That's what it is. There's conditions, Rabbit Farmer, put on you. As long as you continue to look good and sexy and you got that good job, money coming in, I'm going to love you. I'm going to stay with you. Okay, but the only unconditional love that you have is for yourself, your parents, your brothers and sisters, your children and grandchildren. Other than that, it's all based on conditions, man. You don't have any surety when it comes to that. So I wouldn't even put a whole lot into that. Well, I mean, I wish you the best of luck, T. McDermott. I'm just saying, but I'm not knocking you for that. I'm just saying that, that's a big deal over here. Okay, I married my wife in America for a reason. So have to, she wouldn't have to go through all of that. But, to each his own, man. As long as you're happy, then that's all that should matter. But there's conditions put on these relationships, not only here, but everywhere. And if you don't think it is, you're fooling yourself. Why would a woman want to be bothered with somebody that lives 8,000 miles away when there's millions of men over here who have more in common with her than you, who are better looking, they're younger, and they're probably going to be around a whole lot longer? Because there's some conditions that she likes that's in the equation when she's dealing with you. So let's talk about the traditional woman. Let's talk about the traditional man. This is a good time to have this discussion, this conversation. It's Father's Day over there. It will be in a matter of about another hour. It's already Father's Day over here. I've got a good woman. I'm a good man. I'm not a traditional man. Merlin's got her own life. Ask her if you don't believe me. But I'm damn sure going to have my own life. You're not going to henpeck me. You're not going to stop me from doing anything I want to do. You either trust me or you don't. Trust is real high on my list of qualifications for a woman. Laura says, what is traditional man? Well, you're going to get all type of different answers, but supposedly he's a pimp, Laura. According to Google, the guy's a pimp. He places himself above women. They're beneath him. So he doesn't treat them as equals. Okay, he says, look, I don't give a damn if you do make more money than me. You're going to submit to me. Your place is in the kitchen. If you do work, when you get home, you start back working. You do everything over here. Get in the kitchen and shut up. Don't say nothing. This is what they say the traditional man is. You have little or no say-so in the family. Okay? The buck stops with him. He's the king of the castle. He makes all the decisions. He controls all the money. She's nothing but a damn sidekick. That's all she is. A damn sidekick. A weak one at that. So, Laura, I know that that's not the type of woman you are. I know you wouldn't deal with that situation. Would you? The only people who are traditional men in America are the people who run the crack house or the shooting gallery. They're the only ones giving commands like that. Hey, brother Cal, he said, what's up with other male foreigners seeing you in the Philippines and they act like they don't see you as if I wasn't supposed to be there? I found it weird. Yeah, you're exactly right. I did a whole video on that talking about the other guy. I don't know. They just want to be the special foreigner, But I see it in I see it in America too with Filipinas. They'll walk right by another Filipina or Filipino like they don't exist. I'm like, well, what's going on here? It's happened to me so many times, I can't even count it. That's why I made up the video, man. I remember one time, I told y'all this story before. I'm going back to Cebu, and we're in Bohol. We're in the terminal, ready to catch the ocean. There's just me and another black man. We're probably the only two black people on that whole island, Bohol. This guy looked straight through me like I was invisible. And I was like, oh, okay. But it's happened so many times, not just him. So I don't know what's going on there. I think they want to be the special foreigner or something. I don't know. But some guy said, Cal, you know, maybe they got mental health issues or something. I don't know. But you're right, they do that. But you're right, they do that, and I don't know what that's all about. Robert Moses said, men are not equal to women. What are you talking about? He said, that's right. Well, I'm just saying, we're not the same, Robert. And if you want to think that we're not the same, but we're certainly equal. You know, I believe everybody has the right to the pursuit of happiness, you know, in whatever it is they're trying to do. I mean, yeah, you said weak. Yeah, you weak if you want a woman that's going to do all that for you. And all you got to do is sit back and pick up weight and get old. And you're not even going to be able to fulfill your spot. Yeah, I said you weak. If that's all you want to do, you want to run over top of a woman. Try that on a man, but then you go somewhere, go to work, or you go to the gym and you a damn sap. But you got, because you physically stronger than a woman. Yeah. That's right. So James Evans is our modern example of a traditional man in the inner city. Well, I don't know. Remember, they got rid of him. They took him off the television. They killed him off. Yeah, drop a like, guys. Yeah, we are different. That's what I'm saying. But we're equal. Okay? That's what I'm saying. Now we're Sam Chapman said, Mark Mack, bro, that's just the way it is. They see you, but they don't want to even speak to you at all. Happens to me. I just don't expect to conversate with them anymore. Yeah. That's why I like to have these meet and greets. Because I'm going to tell you guys, you're going to need foreigners over here. You're going to need them over here because Filipinos are gracious enough to speak your language. But they more than like 99% of the time they don't. They speak their own language. Do you blame them? When you're in America, you don't speak Spanish and all of that. You're speaking English 100% of the time. Even if you know Spanish, you're not speaking it. So they're very gracious when they do that. But are you going to have a real deep conversation? Or are you just going to be right around the edges when you have a conversation with Filipinos? Yeah, because you don't know enough about their culture. They don't know enough about yours. They don't know enough about your real life situation, and you don't know enough about theirs. And they'll hit that switch and you'll be lost. So for anybody that comes over and says, oh, yeah, I don't want to deal with foreigners, man, you're in a delusion. Yeah, if you're only going to be here for 2 weeks, okay, I get it. You come over here as an expat, you're going to be begging for some conversation. And I can tell 100% of the time when a man doesn't have a lot of conversation. He's going to talk your head off when you see him. He ain't going to give you a chance to say nothing. He's been holding that in for 6 months or a year. He said, who is James Evans? Yeah. Fresh Aloha says, Brother Cal, here in Cali, women want to be men. Homelessness is out of control and mass shootings is the norm. The Philippines must be a better alternative than this mess up in here. Well, this is what I'm trying to say. It is one alternative. The Philippines has a lot of weapons, man, but they have very little mass shootings over here, man. You know, it's not a utopia. No place is a utopia. It's the change, though. It's something new. Sometimes you need a change of environment. Look it up. Don't take my word for it. Try it. See what a new environment may do for you. The environment that you're in right now may not be conducive to your health. It may not be productive for you. You may just change environment, man, and all of a sudden your whole life is going to change. I was reading something about that, you know, and they were talking about how the effect environment has on us, right? Okay, it's so simple as this. The bigger the plate you have, the more food you're going to put on it. So if you really want to eat less, then get smaller plates. You see what I'm saying? But the environment you're in right now may be a negative one. It may make you lazy. You're not able to live your best life. You may need a better environment. But you're going to just stay there doing the same thing over and over and over, expecting different results. Well, y'all know what they call that. They call that insanity. Hey, Victor Gillen says, hey, Cal, I live in North Las Vegas, and I can go sometimes without having a conversation with another human being for a month. Yeah, I don't know if that's healthy, though, Victor. I don't know if that's something I would be bragging about. Or is that something that you're saying you don't like? It just happens. See, I grew up in a big family. It was 9 children, 6 boys and 3 girls. And see, we had all kinds of conversation going on, man. I mean, I can't deal with the crickets, ladies and gentlemen. But happy Father's Day to everybody again. The true father should be celebrated every day. You know, they put the picture out there. They showed Mother's Day. They showed the contrast between Mother's Day and Father's Day. And I think that's the travesty of what's really going on in America. See, they think that the father is no less important or is less important than the mother. That his role is just bring the paycheck home and that's it. We're going to do the rest. Manila 69 says, salute to the hardworking fathers. Yeah. And then, of course, you're going to get the single mothers that's going to invade our space. We get one damn day and happy Father's Day to the single mothers. Bull crap, man. I was a single father. My brother was a single father. I raised my 2 youngest children, man. A lot of people don't know that. I was a single father, meaning there was no woman in that house. It was me and them 2. Okay? No, brother, I do understand. He said, I wish to meet you sometime with my forever Filipina. Then you understand. I do understand. But I'm just saying, you know, love yourself, man. Don't expect her to love you. Love yourself. Because what happens, you know, remember she was married. She was married before that. That didn't work. So what is it? The man's fault? We're always going to blame the man. Remember, there's 2 sides of the story. Okay? And as long as you're happy today, that's all that matters. It doesn't, next week don't matter. The next 20 minutes don't matter. As long as you're happy, you have nothing to prove to me or anybody else, T. McDermott. I wish you the best, man. I promise you I do. But remember, I'm an idealist. I don't live in dreams and everything like that. She's single for a reason. If she was so perfect, somebody would have had her long before you did. Hey, Kevin Warren, thanks for your compliment, brother. I appreciate you, man. I'm not always right, and that's why I was telling Marilyn, you know what I'm saying? Like, I have a conversation. I start the conversation. But people want to prove that they're smarter than me. Well, hell, that's not hard to do, guys. To be smarter than me. It's not hard to do. You know, it's just not. Hold on. Marilyn, hon, can you give me my charger? It's in there. It's in the room. Are you in the room? Okay. Hold on, guys. I gotta get this charger. I gotta get this charger. Oh hell. I don't know what I'm thinking. The charger don't work. It's a brown out. Hi. Did you bring the did you bring the charge bank? Honey. Well, I forgot we're in a brownout, man. Damn. Yeah, they act like Mother's Day is. Hon, did you bring the charging bank? The charging bank. You didn't. He said, yeah, they act like Mother's Day is bigger than Christmas. Yeah, and then Father's Day is nothing. We're nothing, guys. S1 Philly Vibe said, hey, Cal, why not take advantage of the 2-week stay, getting to know those who already know, just because it may be your retirement place, boots on the ground without clowning around. I don't know what you're talking about. What he's saying, why not take the advantage of the 2-week stay, getting to know those who already know, just because. I don't know. I don't know what you're saying. You gotta clarify, man. Remember, you young guys, man. Y'all talk all over my head. Oh, Victor says, I'll be there in the Philippines next year. Someone there will talk to me, guaranteed. Oh yeah. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, we don't speak. The Lord knows, don't speak to a woman over there, guys. Don't do it. You're gonna end up in purgatory. Yeah. Foreigners in the Philippines walk around like they're better than you. I think that's what it is too. I never thought about that. Like we're beneath them, so I ain't talking to you. It's like they've got a secret, and if they talk to us, that we're gonna let the secret out. I am Victoria said, yeah, that's true, brothers. We have to stop with the waiting to exhale thinking. Learn to love yourselves and be happy with yourself. That's really where it starts and where it ends. That's the only unconditional love you're going to get. Most of us are old. We're to the point where our parents are no longer around. So we got brothers and sisters. We've got children and grandchildren. That's the only unconditional love that you're going to have. Does your wife love you? You're never really sure. He says, Dop. Am I late? Yeah. King Arthur says, my wife, bless her soul, used to present me with flowers on Father's Day. Yeah, my condolences to you, brother, on the loss of your wife. I don't think it's even been a year yet, has it, brother? I'm speechless, and there's a couple of men that I know who've lost their wives. I mean, but they were with for years upon years. And a lot of them wouldn't even be here if their wife was still alive. I think Deba means right. Deba? What's Deba mean to Sahara? Deba. Yeah, it means right. It means right. Yeah, hey guys, get this guy off of here. I don't need your $500 super chat. Yeah, he's a troll. Get rid of him, please. Dollar. You know how he spells dollar. You guys are something. Yeah, yeah, you are. A $500 super chat. Yeah, so that he go out to say it's been 9 months, Calvin. Yeah, yeah. I guess that would be like losing your mother, man, or losing somebody, one of your children. I mean, same type of situation, I guess. That was the worst day of my life when my mother died. Hey guys, for anybody, no, Deba doesn't mean ain't it. Uh, yeah, it means like yeah, right, right. You're asking a question and you're thinking right. Same as ain't it. But I've uploaded the setup part two. I've got one more part three. It's going to be called the final episode. It's going to wrap it all up. But you're going to see part two is the bridge between one and three. A lot's changed with John and Maria in this part two. Remember, they're the main characters of part one. They're still around for part two, and they're going to be around for part three. But give me some support, man. Go on Amazon and download that ebook. Or if you're already a member of Amazon, you can read it for free. Victor Gillen said, Calvin, they call it tricking in the Philippines. At least I'll get something for my money, and all I really want is some companionship. Well, you'll certainly get that. Oh yeah, yeah. Okay. So is my daughter, and I asked her, rabbit farmer. She's she's Filipino too. She says it means right, like right, like the same thing, like ain't it? You know. Yeah. See, he says Dubai equals right, but I mean we're not gonna see. That's what I'm saying. Okay. He says, hey, Cat, it's true there as it is in the U.S. Somebody's trash could be your treasure with a Filipino there. Yeah, but see, remember, it's just your turn. They say it's true. You can't expect somebody to love you who doesn't love themselves. I mean, if they were so great, or if you were so great, then why are you single? And why are they single? Is it the other person's fault? Yeah, we're gonna blame it on the other person. We'll say it's their fault. But more than likely, the person you're with and the person you're gonna get with, it's not gonna last. It may last, ask King Arthur. He had a perfect marriage. Well, not real perfect, but a great marriage, man. They don't last, man. Eventually, uh, we've got a saying: no matter who loves you, leaves you, or dies, man, you still got to love your damn self. You got to keep going. Yeah, yeah, there's some trolls on here. Hey, thanks, Christian Teller. Remember, bugs are attracted to light, so they're always going to be um, trolls around me because they're bugs and they're attracted to this light I'm giving off, man. Hey, Hard Man Alive said, yeah, I bought the book and read it enthralling me. Thank you. This part three, brother, and then that's gonna be called the final episode, man. It's gonna be something, man. It's gonna be a cliffhanger. And I don't even want to say it. I should have just went on and made it one book, but I'm following Marilyn's advice. I should have just did it all at once. But I think this is a little bit more intriguing, a little bit more interesting. Hey, thanks for your service, brother. I served with a lot of great Filipino men in the Navy. My first class, my chief, my senior chief was Filipino. Now my master chief was a brother. Hey man, we had a great division. He says, I've got a similar background as you. I'm very proud of you. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. And Victoria says, man, it's sad to hear some of this stuff. Sheesh, guys, and I'm not trying to be mean, but come on, fellas. Nobody wants someone who is pathetic. Yeah, he says, if you see bugs, get the squatter. Not over here, the swatter. Over here, they got these damn geckos, man. I'm telling you, you know how you turn on the light and them damn bugs is flying around, man? This big gecko is over here. He ate every last one of them. He stayed right up there on that ledge, and he didn't move till they were all gone. So they're good for something. Hey, Quintessential One, he said, Happy Father's Day, Brother Cal. Thank you. He said, I would say Archie Bunker stood above either. Yeah, but that wasn't even like a real, that was um, art, really. No woman today is going to put up with that, man. I mean, do you think a show like that would last today? It wouldn't even be, they wouldn't even discuss that, making a show like that. They wouldn't even, it wouldn't even, they wouldn't even, it wouldn't even get the time of day. Or what's the other guy? Love and Marriage. What was his name? Yeah, yeah, he was satire. That's what I'm saying. That's not gonna work today. Yeah, yeah, they're good for eating. But honestly, guys, do you want a woman that weak? Do you want a woman like that? I mean, what are you gonna talk about? If you got a woman like that, then you know you're the king of the castle and all of that, man. That stuff sounds good, but it's a boring relationship. And then if you're gonna drive, she's gonna let you drive off the cliff. She's gonna watch you drive off the cliff. That's what's gonna happen. Then she's gonna get somebody to replace you, somebody that's more compatible with her. Women don't want you to rule over them. Yeah, they want you to be the head of the house, but you got to check off all the other boxes too. A lot of you guys, they say, "Oh yeah, I'm the protector." You're too old to protect anybody. You're not protecting anybody. You can't protect yourself. We're the financial advisors over here. We're the financial. We fill that financial void, and that's basically all we're doing over here. Does she love you? I don't know. I love myself. I really don't care. I've gotten that part situated. I'm like, I love living here. The weather's great. I'm welcome here. I mean, we bring that word love in and it messes up everything. Does she love me? Do you love you? Yeah, married with children. Yeah. Do you love you? That's who you should be asking. Not does she love you? Hell, she probably don't even love herself. What's up, Xavier? He said, just tuning in to get my fix. Better late than never. Happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day, brother. Yeah, I said Ted Bundy. Yeah. Big House Production said shows today they have the woman always correcting or talking crazy to men. Yeah, yeah, that's what it is on television today. And so what? Art imitates life. I know that's how it was in my American marriage. I mean, we were always arguing about something stupid. And she had to have the last word. I told you she would wake me up out of my sleep to win a damn argument. Yeah, yeah. Being emasculated, yeah. Yeah, it would get canceled. It wouldn't even make it into the discussion. The room where they decide, well, hell, what shows are we going to put on this year? It never would make it, and y'all know it. It's the times we live in. Hey, good morning, DJ Carter. He says it's great to see you. I'm here in the Philippines right now, and I must tell you, everything that you said is completely the truth. You really have to take your time and study. I would say so, man. There's so much that we don't know over here. You're stepping into a whole new country, a new hemisphere, a new culture. You don't know nothing. That should keep you humble and not in a hurry. I mean, the last thing you should be worried about is a relationship over here. She's not going to fix you. You got to fix yourself. Come over here, have a good time. Don't worry about that love and all that old stuff. You complicating everything. Enjoy this beautiful scenery, man. I was walking along the beach today and I said, people take this beauty for granted because we always got our face stuck in a phone somewhere. I walked up here, man. You remember I told you that foreigners got that big McMansion? I mean, one of the most beautiful houses and lots I've seen in the Philippines. He's right on the beach. He's got this gigantic lot. It's all just beautiful, pristine sand. And the woman's on the porch with a phone in her hand, not even looking at all the beautiful surroundings. Man, there's you can see Negros or Island from here, Apple Island, Mindanao, the sand, the waves crashing, and she's got her face in the phone, man. This is what's going on today. They take it for granted over here. I'm not, man. When I'm walking up and down, I got my shoes on, off. It's all sinking into me, man. Robert Moses says I'm 55 and can still pass the AFPT, no problem. Well, thank you, brother. I'm glad, congratulations. But they're not going to have the AFPT over here when you get over here. Matt T said, Happy Father's Day, Cal. If a woman treats you the best that you've ever dreamed about, why would anyone care about love? I'm looking for the girl that dedicates herself to the long game. Well, I'm not even looking for that, man. Can we get along? Can I trust you? Everything else really going to take care of itself. If I can't trust you, I'm not going to be around you. Do we get along? Meaning we're probably going to have some things in common, music, and different things like that. If she takes care of herself, then she's probably going to take care of me. But if I look at her and, she's dirty, she don't take a bath, flip-flops are leaning to the side, hair unkempt, booty needs washing, then I'm not going to deal with that. You can tell a lot about a woman, a person, period, once you be around them a little while. It's like the guy said, you got to take your time. How can you meet a woman online? You can't even smell her. She never passed the taste, touch, and smell test online, guys. Stop it. Stop committing online. Some guy was talking to me on my messenger yesterday. He's been chatting with the woman for 6 months. He's asking me about marriage and how to get married. I'm like, dude, have you ever met the woman before? No, but we video chat every day. That don't mean nothing. That means absolutely nothing. What does that mean? And you're going to marry her because of that, man? Come on, man. Stop that foolishness. Hey, Sam Chapman, Cal, stop it. You're talking directly about my ex-American wife. Glad she's gone out of my life. Yeah, she's making somebody else's life miserable. Misery loves company, man. It's true. Hey, thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Happy Father's Day to everybody. I hope y'all can get them old dried up nuts out of storage tonight over there. Y'all put up with it, and that's why they keep on giving it to you. They're going to give you that old unhealthy meal today with the damn sweet potatoes and the macaroni and cheese. None of it has any nutritional value. She's probably trying to kill you with all that salt and grease and everything. Then she might give you a peep show. You might get a little bit of action, and then it's back. Monday morning comes around. Yeah, men like you come a dime a dozen. If you don't like it, leave. I ain't changing. You change, and all of that. I agree with you, brother. It just depends on what your definition of traditional is. Of course, there's going to be traditional women that's still available, but you're not going to meet any of them because unless you're a traditional man, how are you even going to know what a traditional woman is if you're non-traditional? You're looking at it from that non-traditional view. You're not going to be able to spot a traditional woman. You're certainly not going to be able to appreciate her. But I got to get off here, guys. We're in a brown out. My phone's going down. Thank y'all so much for your super chats, your super stickers, your thumbs up, all your support. Happy Father's Day to everybody. Go on Amazon, download the setup part 2, guys. One more part 3, the final episode. I guarantee you're going to be satisfied with this. I'm getting better, man, with my writing. Okay, eventually you're going to, I'm just going to do a podcast. I'm not even going to do videos anymore. This is what I'm doing down the line. I'm going to have guests. That's what you're going to tune into the Sunshine Shoulders podcast. Okay. I'm taking this to a whole other level, guys. It's in the making right now. See? But I got to get my ducks in a row. Don't settle for that same okie doke anymore. You deserve better, man. Love yourself. Stop waiting for somebody to do for you what they can't even do for themselves. Take care of yourself. Take better care of yourself. Your body, your spirit, your mind. No woman gonna fix you, man. Fix yourself. You appreciate it then. I don't want a woman that's gonna do everything for me. Hell, I'm still strong enough to be able to do things for myself. Take care, everybody. Stay safe. Stay out of trouble. I'll see y'all next time. Thank you to the NTZ crew, man. Y'all don't know what y'all do for this channel. Keep them bugs. Y'all my Geicos, man. Keeping them damn bugs away from the light. Take care, everybody. Eat healthy today.